Uh, First of all, you guys get Eugene, you get to play at Matthew Knight Arena, but you're not going to have 20,000 screaming fans. The freshmen are not going to get, initiated into that. Still a really good ball club, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, it'll be a different environment. I think they maxed out on at about 11 last year, and that's a lot of people. So different environment, but and a different ball club, but also a really good basketball team still.
Yeah. Last thing for me, because I know Pat and Brian have a lot of questions, and I'll talk to you again. But just your assessment through the first couple of games, improvements by leaps and bounds, or just steady progress, because you only get two before you're jumping into the Pac-12.
Yeah, I thought we were significantly better in our second game from our first game, in just a lot of different ways. And I keep telling the team that you normally get 11 preseason games, so don't everybody start freaking out because we have to play Pac-12 games with only two preseason. The goal is to get better and better every single time you take the floor and to be playing great basketball, in a month or so. And that's no different for us, regardless of how few preseason games we've had.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you on Friday.
Okay.
JR, good to see you. Kind of along those lines, when the schedule came out and you saw the trip to Oregon was right out of the bat. I know you got to play them all eventually, but in this season especially, and lack of prep time this fall and all that, how big is the challenge for this team to go up there and compete?
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's a challenge to compete. I think we definitely have enough veterans and impact players to compete, but it is a challenge to play any Pac-12 team, this early in the season, but it's the same challenge for them. I mean, every single team we're getting ready to play has also only played 2 or maybe 3 preseason games. So I think, we're all in the same boat. We've all had a disjointed spring, summer, and fall. And, I've really preached to our team the most important things we can do are stay healthy and have fun, because there aren't a lot of teams that are able to do both of those things right now. And so we want to play great basketball, of course, but I think that staying healthy and having fun as we play are 2 crucial aspects right now in the midst of a pandemic and trying to do what we're doing.
Yeah, kind of along those lines, I wanted to ask you, obviously, about the situation with the men's team. For you as a coach, is it just maybe another thing, an easy example to look at for your players to appreciate what they have and appreciate the opportunities that they'll get this weekend, not knowing when things can kind of fall apart at any point this season, really?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, we've been preaching, forever to just appreciate the fact that we get this day. And when we got to play Western State, I said, we just need to be so thankful that we get to play a basketball game. And we got through that game. And then I said, and then good Lord willing, we'll play another game, and I feel the same way. I mean, hopeful that we'll be able to get on a plane tomorrow and fly to Oregon and play Oregon. And then hopeful we get to play Oregon State on Sunday. I mean, it's we're doing everything we can to make good decisions. We're doing everything we can to stay safe and stay isolated. But the reality is COVID's everywhere right now. And so that's all we can do is make the best decisions possible and hope for the best, but definitely appreciating every single minute that we get to be on the court is crucial, and goes back to my point about staying healthy and staying happy.
Yeah. And last thing for me, just wondering, and I've talked to Tad about this with his team, but just wondering, you're setting out on the road here. What changes about the road routine for your team in this pandemic situation, as opposed to what normal might have been in years past?
Besides everything? I mean, everything, what we wear on the road, the masks that we wear, the way I've never had a seating chart on a charter flight, but we have a seating chart, on this flight. And every single meal we eat will be either delivered in a box to the hotel or picked up in a box at a restaurant. Our players will stay in their rooms, which we don't normally make them do. If they want to go walk around or walk around the mall, we let them do that, but we won't be able to do that. And since there won't be any fans, we probably won't have family coming. And normally, we let them go eat with their parents and different things like that. So, I mean, gosh, everything, we'll wake up and have really early morning COVID testing on the day of games, where normally we like to let them sleep till 9 o'clock. film sessions. We can't have film in the hotel, so film will have to be done on the practice court wherever we're playing. We bought a new projector and we'll have to watch film in the arena because you're not allowed to gather more than 6 people in a hotel, and just, I mean, truly everything. But we've been talking about it, and we've been talking with our team since March, since April, since May, June, all summer, talking about just being prepared for the unexpected and being able to roll with the punches. So if you expect travel to look the same and you're thrown off because it looks different, then that team is going to struggle. So we are fully expecting our players to just be, thankful for the opportunity and roll with whatever happens.
Thanks, Aaron. Good luck up there.
Thank you. Good to see you, Pat.
Hey, Coach. I have a couple quick questions for you about Sela. Last year when Sela wasn't scoring, she probably wasn't going to give you much of anything else.
Yeah.
It seemed like these first 2 games, she's not scoring, but she's your second leading rebounder and she's leading you guys in assists.
Yeah.
Does that kind of speak to, you and I talked so much about how much better she's been playing in the offseason, but to see her kind of carry that into the first 2 games, is that what you've been seeing?
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised she's not scoring because she's scoring really effectively in practice. So I don't know if it's because she's playing a little bit of wing. The second game, I tried to play her more at the point guard than the wing spot. But yes, I mean, she and Frida, I think, are our 2 leading rebounders in practice throughout all live segments for the past 6 weeks. So she definitely is rebounding, which we need her to do. And then she's playing pretty heady, I think, so the assist numbers are, I think, her desire to distribute the ball and make good decisions in transition and things like that.
So I didn't see the Air Force game, but in that first game, it just seemed to me like her focus was doing those other things, like scoring. She didn't really look to do it.
Yeah, and we need her to look to score. So that's something that, we want her to be able to take from practice to the game setting. But yeah, I love it when players have that mindset of, I can still impact the game in a positive way. It doesn't have to be points, or it doesn't have to be steals, or whatever it might be. There's always areas that you can have a positive impact. And I think Sela is sort of a good example of that.
Yeah. And then when I ask you a question I asked her is, obviously, there's only 2 games to get ready for Pac-12. Oregon's the Oregon teams are different than they were last year, but who knows how ready you guys are. But are you excited to take this team into this environment and just test yourselves right off the bat against 2 of the best teams?
Yep, very excited. I mean, you could pick any combination. You could pick the Arizonas or the LAs or the Bay Area. You could pick anybody and it would be an incredible challenge, as is the Pac-12 for women's basketball. So this team is, I mean, I'm excited. I know our team is excited, for the opportunity, not just to play another game, but to play these 2 teams. I think they're excited for that. And yeah, I mean, we definitely will be ready.